Greetings, fellow stateless scrappers. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, episode 36, Breaking the Fourth Wall. Alright, I need to bring these ships back to bay because I don't want to pay the fuel and repair bills for all these ships and crew. I could change to the other ship. Yeah, I could change to the other executor. That might not be a bad call, so that I'm like familiar with the build and building up XP on another ship. So I'll do just that. Because, like, in truth, I'm really bad at controlling onslaughts. I'm just not patient enough. I think probably part of the reason is their guns are like askew, so it's like having like lazy eyes or something. Where like I'm just not used to. It's the same true of the Dominators. Their weapons are like so on the sides, and they only shoot fours. I just find myself like missing constantly with them, which is, you know, not great. So let's switch executors. Yeah, I really don't have any high velocities. I just don't get to find them. They're just not allowed. There's like a galactic embargo on manufacturing them, and no one runs them. Part of the reason is I need to be fighting more like hedge pirates or church pirates, like church deserters or hedge deserters, because hedge and church ships are going to be more likely to have them as weapons. And I haven't. Well, that's not true. I did do a lot of like Onslaught and Legion fights, and they just didn't have them equipped. I don't really know what's going on there, to be fair. Let's see. How many hypervelocity drivers do I have? I think I have one, and it's the one I have enabled. No, I have 2 extras now. All of those battles, and I've picked up 2 extras. That's like, that's honestly ridiculously bad. Okay. My ship's going bye-bye, and I'm hopping in the glitch. Oh, hold on. Let me just save the configuration here. So this is going to be the swatter. And auto-fit the swatter. And then refit swatter style. So here it is. Ziswata. And I shouldn't have to do anything because it's just like auto-fitted. Now, its vents and capacitors are way, way, way off. But apart from that, it's like the same ship. Kenko, you already have had one of your D-mods removed. I don't know how that happened. It must have been like post-combat combat or something. I don't know. But this is my new ship for now. And then, the Onslaught is good. I might throw on heavy armor on it. Make the choice to put on heavy armor because it definitely benefits from heavy armor. So now it just has D-mods and it is removed. Good. Let's see. Dominator, did you earn enough for an ITU build-in? Yeah, I did. Alright. Nice, so it has built-in ITU, and it just got stronger. What about you, champ? Not enough for the ITU. What about you? Yes, enough for the ITU. Cool. And that's all of them. Alright, so we're moving. The ships are improving. Cool. Repair. We are 86 days away from orbital hab. And I am ready, once buy a little fuel and supplies, to deploy and go pirate hunting again. I'm also going to bring more crew because we keep going like under crewed. So I'd rather just like I'd rather just like pay out the nose for crew and then have enough to maintain the ships post-battle. I think that's because I'm not worried about funds. Funds are fine. Well, here's another hedge fight. There's a lot of hedge ships there. There's a 14th ship that we wouldn't be able to pick up, but the rest, yes. And then a Persian fight. I'm going to go to this one because it's closest, and then maybe hop to this one. So 2 Persian deserters. So a bunch of conquests and champs, and conquest Pegasus champ. I like it. So you are yellow primary star, probably Dibawat. And you are hiding near a cryovolcanic world, probably Ono at Dibawat. Okay, so we'll gate up to Dibawat and then go to Ono. The weapon loadout is different. Yeah, weapon groups. Oh, yes. It's close enough. I think there's... Yeah, okay, it's good. All right, in terms of the colony threat, we're only at 511 going 6 a month, so we're actually pretty far off from threat. Almost to the point where, like, I mean, I'm happy to have the extra time to be able to improve the fleets and really get ready for the giant armada that we're going to have to face. But, like, I almost want to escalate it because it's like, yo, Persian, you're threatening us, but it's taking too long. But that's just as a result of doing the Planet Killer, the Scythe of Orion. Oh, the other thing I just noticed is movement speed. The Vingali doesn't move very fast, yes. So you're probably going to want to put AUG drives in there. There you are. Oh, it's a pretty big fleet. It's given a lot of bonus XP due to the perceived difficulty. So I'm prioritizing the ships that need experience and demod removal to be fielded, but I do think that given the size of this engagement, I probably want, especially given that my own ship is not like S-modded, I probably want as many ships of mine deployed as possible to just keep the fight safe. Because it's not really progress if we end up losing ships that need to be recovered or permanently losing ships. Alright, 64. So that's like every last combat ship, so I don't really care about the capture points anymore. So we'll go full assault. And this might be a big enough enemy fleet that I can't, like, try to serve up enemy ships to my own ships. I'm probably just going to need to kill as a means of survival, rather than to try to, like, min-max XP gain for my allies. Yo, Champ, back up. Oh my god, Champ. I'm trying to keep you alive, bud, but you are trying to do the opposite. Back up! Alright, the Onslaught and I are, like, helping to keep it from killing itself. I applaud his, enthusiasm, but I censure his methods. Because, good lord, he was just like, YOLO! Right into the middle of a conquest and fleet. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You can't even take out a conquest by itself. That and like 7 other ships? Yeah, you're gonna get destroyed. I'm a little worried about that Aurora too, but I'm trying to intervene before it becomes critical. There's like a lot of like ship debris that's kind of helping. Where'd that Onslaught go? Oh, okay. Onslaught joined the real fight. Don't chase the, like, wingman. Now, the good news is, for my own ship, I am at 0 flux. I have, like, no flux buildup, even though this is, like, a demodded loner ship. Because it's new. So I'm feeling like I can stay engaged. Now you... get out of there. I know what's about to happen to you, and I don't need you sitting there. Okay, I need to help. The 2 eradicators are just, like... getting themselves killed. Now, there's a possibility I can serve up this conquest to that champion over there. That'd be good. My squalls are going ham. Yeah, I couldn't stop the squalls. I held fire on everything else, but the squalls, when they start firing, they're just like, refuse to not fire. Because it's a volley. They are fleeing and retreating in mass. Let's see if I can blow this up before they retreat. You know, just a violating of Geneva Convention. Yeah, there's no biggie. Alright. I don't think we had anything destroyed. We did not. XP. Champion did great. Onslaught did good. And no one blew up. I like it. Let them go. Ship recovery. I don't want any of these. Not even a conquest, because that's 4D mods. I already have a conquest. I don't really like them as ships. So, yeah, pass. Ew. Decrease piloting ship's EMP damage. Bengali. Ooh, hold on. What was that? Degraded life support, Father Prax, and faulty automated systems, Bengali. Nice. So both this and that. Father Prax is undemodded. Unfortunately, it didn't hit my ship, but like, whatever. Still pretty good. Alright, next up. We are going to head over to this bounty. Pretty similar. Arid world in a nebula. Arid world, binary star system. So, is this a binary star system? Yes. Is there an arid world here? Yes. So you're probably at some coat. We're also up to 2 mil. I'm only pointing this out because there are other things we can do at Darid. One of the things I was intending to do at Darid is a unification center. The unification center, once built, can turn... If you know Stellaris, it's kind of like Stellaris, where you like pick a type of like super world that you want to build, like a Foundry world or a Paradise world. And the unification center, I wanted to make a Paradise world. But that does require us to have light industry there first, which requires us to have an orbital habitat, and then probably having resolved the threat from Persean League. But there is plans for that. Where did I say they were? Some code. Yep. That they are. There's even ruins there. This fight will probably be similar in terms of difficulty as was the last one. So again, I'm going to want to pick up as much deployment ASAP and use it. This was what, 2 conquests and a Pegasus? Don't ram me, bro. No, don't ram me. Cheers. Whoa, they have all 3 battleships on the field at once. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Onslaught, can you get the kill? Actually, you know what? I need experience too. I'm not gonna feed experience because this ship doesn't have any S mods and has a lot of D mods, so I'm gonna show no quarter. Now that I think about it, I'm used to being in the ban list, but this is the glitch, so I need all the experience I can rack in. Give it to me. Which the good news is I've been murder hoboing their fleets real fast. So those are Dragon torpedoes. I'm going to try to disengage from them because they're really annoying if they like stack up, and because what they do is they deploy. They're kind of like tasers, if you will, but they do pretty good hull damage, so you don't want too many of them hitting you at once. And that's what this Pegasus is like dumping into the battlefield. A little like taser shot. It's dead. Uh-oh. Oh wait, that's an enemy ship, never mind. I thought this was one of ours, for some reason. Tis not. Now another potential loadout change for my flagship could be, is instead of using the Squalls, which is suppression, using Hurricane Mervs, which is more of like a finisher. That would probably be better if I was attacking bases or Remnant, where burst damage is really needed to overcome their like flux capacity. And that might be a variant that I want to build in the Executor style ships that I'm using for when I'm facing such targets. Because the Hurricane Mervs are like, for these backwards facing slots, there's a only small subset of missiles that like make sense in those slots that can do proper tracking, that don't require like direct line of sight. Because the other missiles will kind of track, but they won't track well enough that like firing them backwards makes any sort of sense. But the Hurricane Mervs are one that could work in that slot. Ooh, I got so much experience. I will take this Conquest. The difference being this has half of the demods than the last one did. Which changes the equation a bit. And the glitch. Special mods are gone. And then I think Free Plenty and Geharis is the 2 ships we just picked up. And they both lost a demod too. Cool. Alright, raffle timer up for the Peg and the Conch. Yeah, that's what I'm calling a Pegasus and a Conquest. Peg Conch. And let's go ahead and get the ships back to dry dock. Oh, don't forget the ruins? Oh well, I already left. Ruins don't hold the same level of allure when you only have 1 colony, meaning your need for colony items is fairly low, and you don't manufacture ships, which means your need for blueprints is really low. Because the things you typically get off of ruins and like research stations and the like are those two things, which I'm not really using. So I can use for, like, funds, but not for military or anything. Sorry, party bus. You're getting storm destroyed, aren't you? Yeah, you are. I'm sorry. Oh, and you leveled up. As Rune, you will learn helmsmanship as well. And Maxu, you will learn field mod. Major Mildew, you will learn gunnery. Nice. So because my max level went up, all of my like co-captains could level as well. I still need to pick up new captains, but I haven't been doing a lot of like derelict salvage stuff, so I haven't had the option to. You know, I could consider going through the promotions. That might not be unreasonable. It's also safe to say I have a lot of guns. A lot of weapons, like 156 light duels. All right, refit. Hydra and Dragonfire? I don't really care. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna, even though there's time left on the raffle, I'm gonna hit them now, because I'm gonna leave them here. The Rex Nobla. And the Rex Silver. Because I know, Azak, you're already a champion, right? Plop. So, of the ships we have, we've got another Executor, the original. We got the Nobla, Pegasus. We've got 3 Legions. 3 Onslaughts. One's with me right now. A Astral. 2 Conquests. And this monstrosity. This... whatever you want to call it, the Prometheus combat ship, which is pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty decent amount of capitals, if I do say so myself. I picked up enough for ITU and Solar Shield. Get both, and now I actually have some capacitors, which is nice. For my other big ship, what else? I think I did maneuverability. Yeah, aux thrusters. So that will be my other S mod. I'll just remember to do aux thrust when I have 1 or 2 more battles under my belt. If 2 ships you have picked lost demods, does that mean they... So the way you remove demods is you destroy 240 points of enemy deployment. And that is a result of this skill, Continuous Repairs. Every 240 deployment points worth of opponents defeated removes a random demod from a random ship. It has nothing to do with experience. So you could have a support ship, like if Scorpio, our salvage gantry, had demods, it could have its demods removed. It's not based upon experience at all. So the experience is S-mods. We gain S-mods through experience. We remove D-mods through deployment point destruction. All right. Refuel, resupply, and reap what we sow. So we've got this mega fleet. Ballworm. That's like a big old fleet. 4 capitals with a bunch of other. It's not that I'm not up for it. It's also kind of close to the Pather base. So yeah, let's go here. Desert World, Giant Primary Star. So you're probably here. You're at one of these. So that's our next target. Big battle ended stream. That's what I'm thinking. You may have noticed I didn't take any other ships with me. So, punching above the belt, our weight here, hopefully. The other thing is 51 days away from the orbital hab. I got in too many big battles that took too long. I didn't manage to get the colony up. Yeah, I haven't run into the Paragons. I haven't really been taking the, any Tritac Deserter quests. They just really haven't been offered, to be fair. Like Persian, Hedge, Sindrian. There's just not been a lot of opportunity. Not that I would swap up to a Paragon. I might not. I might choose not to. But, I haven't really had the option. Are you here? Yes. I like how they e-burn at me. It's like I'm a bounty hunter. You don't really have to intercept me. Oh boy, the deployment point. Oof. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna be a little rough. So we need to cap points, like, as soon as frickin' possible, because we don't have a lot of ships on the field. And that's not so good. The worry there is, like, as much as I can kill small ships, if like 20 of them flooded me, I just don't have the flux to deal with that. So we need more bodies, more warm bodies. Which means, you guys, chill here. Because we are relying upon reinforcements. So I don't want them to advance past the halfway mark of the battlefield. Because I want to wait for the reinforcements to arrive. Pew, 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 pew. Light show. Light show. Alright, so we have reinforcements now. That'll work. And everybody form a blob. And maybe I should stop fiddling around with the light show. Focus on the murder. Oops, sorry, monitor. To be fair, you did cross right in front of me, like your Vankman or whatever. So, I don't take full blame, just partial blame. Alright, now that we're in a big blob, I'm gonna tell them all to just full assault, and then I'll try to command them away from doing stupid things if I see them doing stupid things. And I'm gonna try to kill as many of the small ships as I can, as fast as I can, until the conquests show, or the onslaughts rather, show up. And then once the onslaughts show up, I'm obviously gonna have to be the, like, the force that counters them. Because I don't suspect, yeah, there they are. I don't suspect that my teammates are gonna do a good job of that. Oh my god, Dominator. Check your flux. What the flux? Alright, so this is the big fight. But this onslaught has shields facing forwards, which means I'm just like getting cheeky murder in. So it's gone. It's already done. Bye-bye. Alright, that Aurora is hurting. Oh, whoa! That Eradicator just soloed that Legion. Holy hell. That's the danger of the Eradicator. They have 5 forward-facing torpedo mounts, or missile mounts. And, like, you can find yourself in a situation where you can just dump all of that all at once. And it just absolutely soloed that Legion. Which is awesome. That will turn the tide for sure. This Legion is toast. And all they have left is like a 14th onslaught. Oh, well, there goes Kenko, who has a habit of blowing up. But Kenko was the one that took out the Legion, so like, that's okay. Forgiven. Not happy to be able to have to pick up more D-mods, but whatever. This okay, there we go. The Grendel had like 0.0001 hull left. Alright, I know that our own Onslaught has high flux. I just figured knocking out this Dominator is going to be a good call. Seems like low-hanging fruit. And this Onslaught's like already maxed flux. It's dead. I just hope that our Aurora doesn't like hug it and get itself blown up. So there goes the 14th. They want to flee, but I don't care. I want blood. Because if we definitely hit 240 once, but if we hit 240 twice, we get 2 demods removed. And in an enemy fleet of this size, I'm assuming there's 500 plus deployment points worth of ships, because it was a pretty big fleet. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Interestingly, the Onslaught actually pulled a lot of weight compared to me, right? It got a lot of supportive and defensive actions, so it must have been doing something really good in that fight. Genko, I think, had 1 demod, so we'll see what it has afterwards. There was an eagle that fled, but I don't care. Alright, we didn't pick up anything new, but I think Genko didn't actually get any extra demods. Which means, good stuff. Genko and Glitch both had structural damage removed. Okay, so I'm down to 1 demod, and Genko's down to 0, if I'm not mistaken. So the only one that has demods is Vengalian and my ship, meaning that this fleet battle was awesome and fixed up our ship a whole lot. So the last... Oop, I didn't mean to interject. The last thing I want to do is just fly home, and that will be where I leave off. Back to... Actually, we should go to Zagan to a gate. Can the 240 deployment events carry over? I do believe they carry over. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure if you do like a 239 and a 1, that will still count as a 240. I think it adds up. But I don't know if you can see the numbers adding up. Like, I don't think it tracks. I could be wrong. Because it's a mod, so it's not as well documented as like the full game. We didn't end up doing the Pather base, but that's fine. We also have an agreement with the Pathers, so it's not like it's urgent or anything. And I should also probably be able to SMod the Ox thrusters after this fight. If you're wondering about the colony threats, almost, yeah. I mean, it's climbing. It is pending. It's just not urgently pending. Is this the... No, this isn't the gravity well. Oh, well, too late. Yep. The wall! All right. Did we? Yes, of course we did. Ox thrusters, done. So now this has double S mods plus the S modded solar shielding. Good stuff. Yeah, we broke the 4th wall. Back there. There's so little time left on the stream. I don't care. Dominator, did you pick up enough for... So do not S mod heavy armor. There's a negative, not a positive. It lowers maneuverability. And I don't think there's really a reason to do ballistic rangefinder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick Ox thrusters in because the Dominator has horrible maneuverability, and then I'm going to S-mod the Ox thrusters. And then put in the ballistic rangefinder back. I think that's the smart play. So you have range and mobility for a ship that, you know, needs it. All right, that one's done. You, ITU, done. And you need more experience because you only have... Oh, no, actually, you might be able to do aux thrusters as well, build in. Yeah, you did. Wunderbar. This champ's done. All right, what about you? And the reason why I'm, like, prioritizing aux thrusters and ITU is, like, range and mobility is, like, a big deal to me. You know, I think those are the, like, the ones I really like. And they're kind of a no-brainer. It allows me to just do it quickly and not have to think too hard about it. So every single ship in our fleet has a double S mod. And this is the only one, and these are the only two with D mods. So we'll do some cycling other ships out. So Father Prax gets dry docked, and we'll pull Azhak out. So Azhak will start to also get experience, and then we'll put the Dominator away and do the same thing with the Dominator. Oops. So fleet, let's take the Mora. Let's go for carrier. Did I refit this? Yes, I did. Longbows and broadswords, good. Oh, and this needs a name. So this is the Rex operator. All right. So now we got new ships that need experience and demod removal, and we'll just keep cycling through them. But looking good. And Darren's got less than a month left for the orbital hab, so that's very, very close. And then we are sitting on a nice nest egg, which will allow us to make some other big changes. It does look like we've had some recent trade fleet messing our home system up, but our stability is still over 10, so it's not a big deal. And that, friends, is where I'm going to leave off for this stream. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow scrappers.